Just control the pressure of situations. Double 16 for a bit of a save in leg one. That's a great dart.
On the first leg.
We said about control, and Lloyd is in control of this game early on. 1-0, he leads Anthony Allen. Not sure darts player's been known for too bright over the years. What on earth can Nigel see of this?
Well, he's just not attacked the doubles enough. That's what's caused him an issue. But that is a wonderful shot of a wonderful shot. Straight down the pipe.
And once again, it doesn't come to his aid. And that could be the last miss he has on that particular target. As Allen stares down double 16. And finds double 16. And finds a win to kickstart his day. He won 4-2 in the opening game of yesterday against Neil Duff, and he wins 4-2 to start the day today against Nigel Lloyd, and that means Anthony Allen is in good stead. It moves him on to 8 points in the group. Middle were 90-91-92. Double 14 to take out the opening leg in 15.
It's becoming such a popular way now.
And Duff could well nick it here. Double 9. It's a leg he hasn't been in. It's a leg that he's won, though. And he's got the break. He's returned the game to throw. And it is back to...
All right, you can qualify through the ADC Vault Series.
And you can vault your way to success, just like Scott Taylor has done there. The defending champion has got his day up and running. It looked like hard work. He gets the better of Neil Duff by 4 legs to 1. He still feels like there's gears to go against Neil Duff.
180. Jimmy record 180.
But that maximum has piled the pressure on this 118, and suddenly the complexion of this leg could change in the blink of an eye. Hendricks can't find the ton topping out, and Lipscomb could and perhaps should get a dart here to break the throw.
Yep, single 18 for tops. 1-0. Almost bang in the middle of tops.
And to really stretch away his advantage in this match. Double 16, his doubling has been delightful so far. 3 from 4, 83.5 average. Lipscomb leads 3-0. To claim a first victory of the day in the opening game of the day. It's Tots for a ton topper to finish it in style, and Adam Lipscomb with a real solid opening display. His doubling was delightful. It was 4 out of 5. He finishes with a ton topper. He finished his last game yesterday of a ton plus out. Well, tops after 12 for the break and a 2-0 lead.
Game shot on the second leg.
Much improved so far for Neil Duff, halfway towards the finishing line. That has picked up title after title here, and it is a 4-0 victory against Nigel Lloyd, doing so in the space of 60 darts, an average of 100.2, 3 maximums, and 40% when it came to the finishing. That's more like the man that has won some of the biggest titles this sport has got to offer.
Tops. Oh, good guide.
Game shot on the first leg.
That's the 4th ton plus finish. No, 5th now for Adam Lipscomb this week. He had 3 yesterday. It's his 2nd today. Those watching in the Wicker Mill pub in Portugal will be watching on very keenly indeed, as he pins double 9 to put himself in 2nd place in the table. And baby boy this week is playing some of the best darts we've seen from him here at the Super Series. He gets the better of Anthony Allen by 4 legs to 1. That a bit more of a hard-fought victory against Shaggy. Send your comments in general. Tell us where you're tuning in from, and we'll read them out live on air for you. Double 8 for Taylor to take out the opening leg.
Game shot on the first
96,
leg.
perfectly
Scott
pinned
Taylor
by the defending champion. Double 19 for double 19. And a 3-1 lead. Came clattering off the barrel of the second. Taylor finds the break. Double 16 for double top. Well, that's some way to take out the 92. Hendricks breaks back, makes it 3-2. Tops. win for Taylor,
and
and he continues to ascend his dominance at the start of the group. 7 games played, 6 wins, and at the end of round 7 he's 4 points clear from the rest of the pack, and he still feels there's room for improvement. The 1-2-1 out. He's been good with his ton plus finishing this week. Double 14 for another.
Game shot on the first
Superb from Adam Lipscomb. A ton plus check for 15 data. This is to keep the game going. He's going to get 1 dart. A double top to save it. He finds that dart at tops. Snuck into the top corner. It's tops. It's a big win, and Neil Duff is the moving day mover. He moves on to 8 points, level with Lipscomb, level with Allen, and it means it's advantage Scott Taylor in the group. As the pair walk off stage and have a ponder about the battle that they had.
Run of results.
The most I can remember is 8 points for Heenahan as Lloyd notches the 80. That may just spark him into life and give him a bit of confidence. And is Taylor going to make a mistake on tops? No mistake. And Scott Taylor moves 6 points clear at the top of Group A. The defending champion is making it look rather routine now. And he's not playing at his best. That's the worry for the rest of the field. Well, it's like any sport, it's evolution. Can Allen evolve to the double 18? Yes, he can, to square up at 1-1. For the break, and to have cruise control of this game. Double 10. 3-1 Hendricks, he is in full command of this game, and a sigh of relief to return this game to throw. That's nicely laid for the treble, which will even double 18. For 1-1-6 to keep him in the contest. He's going to have a couple of darts at tops. And Hendricks finds the tops and finds a win, his first win. And it means that Scott Taylor is going to have a 6-point lead at the top of the table. Anthony Allen had the opportunity to pen him back in, but he couldn't take advantage of it. It should be all over. It is all over. And Lipscomb wins, and he continues to put pressure on Scott Taylor. The gap now reduced to 4. Lipscomb looks like the main contender for top spot if it's not going to be the defending champion. So let's have a look at the tail of the tape from that match. 85.5 the average, but it's been enough in this game. And he pins the bullseye for a 2-0 lead and a break of throw.
It is on throw.
Game shot on the 4th leg.
But it's never over. Those are your summations after day 1. For the match, a pop of the bull. To win it beautifully, to win it brilliantly, and to win it on the bullseye. Neil Duff is on target. He is hot on song right now. A victory against Jimi Hendrix by way of 4 legs to 1. A little bit below par. The pair have a chat about the game that they've had. Taylor's go at tops. Taylor finds the tops, and to lead now by 2 legs to 0. It will keep him 6 clear at the top of the table. It will keep him with a stranglehold at the top of the pile. It's a 14 darter to finish off. It's a shake of the head. It's another comprehensive win. And I tell you what, just having a look there, Anthony Allen shook Scott Taylor's hand, or the referee's hand, with his left hand. I just wonder whether that issue with the right hand just beginning to come back into play again.
Situation here.
First one bends the wire. The second one finds its way in. And we go back to 3-2. Double 10. Found, and Nigel Lloyd wins his final game of the day. He beats Jimi Hendrix by 4 legs to 2. It's a victory for Lloyd. 2 more games to go. Lipscomb up against Taylor is after this. to be a dart at tops.
Game
Pinned.
on the second leg.
When he's needed
Scott
tops last
Taylor.
night in hand today, Taylor's found an answer. Taylor leaves tots to square this game up at 2 apiece. And Lipscomb's going to apply maximum pressure.
Literally.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Taylor and
Scott
tops
Taylor.
has been a match made in heaven. It is made once more. It's level at 2-2. He has made a spurt when it's mattered most. And he has a huge margin at the top of the table. Scott Taylor is going to be hard to beat tomorrow. He's 8-point clear temporarily. He could be 8 clear overnight. Adam Lipscomb's had a real good day in terms of results. Scott Taylor, well, at times he's had to go through the motions. At times he's had to go through the mill. So 2 10s for Duff. Up for double 5. Can he just kiss it off the barrel? Yes, he can. 2 legs, 1 on double 5. Duff halfway there. Neil Duff is one of the elite of the amateur game. And he pins the double 12 for a routine 4-0 win over Anthony Allen. And it means he is the big mover on moving day. 12 points to his name. Scott Taylor on 18. He has a 6-point lead at the top of the table. It's Allen 0, Duff 4 to round off our day. Well, it's his title, and he's going about his defence quite nicely. Scott Taylor has a 6-point lead at the top of the Group A table following 2 days' play here at the Modus Super Series. This is what we've seen then on day 2. It's been quite an intriguing day. There's been some moving, particularly by Adam Lipscomb and Neil Duff. They began the day 5th and 6th in the league table, respectively. They now take up P's 2 and 3 behind Scott Taylor, who tops the pile overnight by 6 points going into the final day's worth of action. Well, Chris Mason is alongside me and has been watching all of the action on day 2. Kind of normal service resumed as far as Scott Taylor is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, there was vulnerabilities there today. He could have come unstuck a couple of times, but when he's looked like potentially losing, he's managed to find the right kind of shot at the right time. But yeah, I think the rest of the field will be a little bit disappointed not to have taken some points out of him today. But yeah, great stuff from Neil Duff. And we said yesterday, Neil is the kind of player that plays himself into form, and it's usually on the Wednesday, but he's gone a little bit earlier today. But as we're seeing here, Scott Taylor against Hendricks, and well, that'll be one that felt like it got away for Jimmy. And the rest of the field, they're desperately trying to see someone take some points out of him so they can close that gap. Adam Lipscomb sort of looked like he could have had him going a bit there, but he quite just couldn't find the right shot. And of course, it was a magical 180 from Scott Taylor in the leg that got him over the line. As
a player, what is it like when you're winning matches, even though you're playing how you feel nowhere near your best?
It's a double-edged sword. You're happy, of course, to get the points, but you're also aware, more so than anybody else, that you're not playing at the level you want to play at. and you know you're going to have to play out. This is far from a foregone conclusion. I picked him to win this group at 6-5, and I picked him to win it comfortably because he was playing against debutants. He's the current champion, of course. Neil Duff, as we know, is a notoriously slow starter. Adam Lipscomb's never had quite the best of things here. And Jimi Hendrix is what he is. He's just a little bit up and down right now, and has been for a good year or so.
In terms of Neil Duff, we expected an improvement of performance today, and particularly in that middle part of the session, we saw exactly that.
Yeah, listen, we've seen him from so many times before. On the Monday, he's been a little bit underwhelming, and then Tuesday, you often see a few flickers of what he's capable of. By Wednesday, when more often than not he's left a little bit too late to win Group A, and then Thursday and Friday he looks a different animal, and that's looks likely what's going to happen this week. He'll be pleased, especially those back-to-back legs, back-to-back matches, should I say, where they spanned 11 legs, and across those 11 legs averaged over 99, and that tells me that he's starting to warm to the task, and tomorrow he could be the man that's a bit of a spoiler. I don't think Scott Taylor will get caught tomorrow. I think he's got too much of a gap, but Neil Duff looking good for Group B.
Another player who's had a very good day, Adam Lipscomb, performed well yesterday. Actually, probably the numbers are a little bit down today, but he picked up the wins. Do you think he's believing that he feels at home and belongs on this stage now? Yeah,
he's had plenty of opportunities. Listen, he's a good player. We've seen that from him, and he's not the kind of player that gets overruled by the big names in the game and the big names he's facing here. He's got game, and he's got a great attitude and a great philosophy on the sport, and just gets up there, tries his best every time, and you can ask for no more. Sometimes even when you're at your absolute best, it's not enough. We see that so often, especially in darts.
In terms of the bottom three, and in particular Anthony Allen, will he feel like today maybe there was points where opportunities maybe passed him by, or do you feel like maybe what he's on is a fair reflection of the first 2 days?
Yeah, I think so. He finished very, very well yesterday, and the opportunities he was given, that's not his fault. You can only take out what's in front of you, and he did that yesterday aplomb. But today it was slightly different. He was still being offered up opportunities, but they were in a different pressured situation, and it just didn't quite happen for him today. But for him, it's all a learning curve, and like I say, Group A it's great if you win it because you get the 2 days off, but ultimately it's all prep work for Saturday night and building up to a bit of a crescendo.
Well, let's have a look then at the table following the second day's play. Scott Taylor has a 6-point lead for Neil Duff in second place in the table. Adam Lipscomb now 8 back, and him and Anthony Allen will be battling out for Group B on Thursday and Friday night. In terms of the top of the table, is it a case of when rather than if for Scott Taylor in your mind?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to have too much for the likes of Hendrik Lloyd and Anthony Allen. Adam Lipscomb and Neil Duff look the most likely to take points out of him, but if he picks up the points against Allen, Hendricks and Lloyd, he just can't be caught.
Well, that is how the table occupies itself. Mace, thank you ever so much for your company once again. We'll do it once again tomorrow morning.
9:30 a.m, pal.
Indeed, I'll see you bright and breezy. Hopefully see you bright and breezy as well. 9:30 we get underway for all the action here at the Modus Super Series, where the defending champion is not looking to relinquish his crown anytime soon.